Hey, boys and girls, it's Mrs. C. How are you? I am coming to you today from my empty guest room because you can see it's really empty. I have been doing cleaning out lots of stuff lately, going kind of cleaning crazy. Um, and I was just thinking, I was just doing some writing in my journal, and while I was writing, I said, wait a minute, Miss C. I wonder if your friends have been writing at home. So then I said, maybe we could do a review on how to write a sentence because words have power. Yes. As soon as we put something on paper, now we can communicate our thoughts and ideas with other people. We can make copies and send it all around. Do you remember Mrs. C's story about the speed bumps? Words are important and writing is important. One teacher told me one time, she said, reading is just like breathing in, and then writing is breathing out. So we read and we write. I make sure I make time to read and write every single day. And I hope that during this time, when we're not together in school, that you're finding time to write at home too. And if you're not, now is a great time to start because we're going to review how to write a sentence. Now, we have lots of things we have to do for our sentences. Let's see. There we go. Let me just make sure. I think I'm still recording. You are going to need some paper and a pen, pencil, marker, crayon, whatever you want to write with. In school, we always write our words in pencil, but at home, it's okay if we don't, because as long as you're writing, it doesn't really matter. So I've got a journal over here to write some stuff in, and I hope that you have your paper and pencil ready. If you don't, push pause. And welcome back. Let's get started. Now, before we write a sentence, let's review how we get a 5-star sentence. Let's see. The first thing we have to do is always start with a capital letter. And look, my sentence starts with a capital letter. Did you notice that the rest of my sentences all have lowercase letters? And that's important. That's what shows the reader, hey, wait, we're starting a new thought, a new idea, a new sentence. Now, to get another star, to get a 2-star sentence, you're also going to have spaces in between every single word. First star, capital letter. Second star has that finger space in between each word that we write. There's a space, there's a space, there's a space, lots of spaces. And that'll get us another star. To have a 3-star sentence, you're going to end with punctuation. Mrs. C, that word punctuation is too big of a word for a kindergartner. Ah, baloney. You know what punctuation is. There's 3 different kinds of punctuation we're going to use. A period. Oh, there's some punctuation. We're going to use a period. That's just like if I'm saying something. We're going to use question marks when I'm asking someone a question. Or an exclamation point if I'm like yelling something. To get another star, now we're up to 4 stars, we also have to reread our sentences. Now, lots of friends like to skip this step because they're like, I've already written it, it's already done, now I get to go on to my next thing. Good writers check their sentences to make sure that the message that they want to send is getting sent loud and clear. So you have to reread your sentences and make corrections if they don't make sense. This sentence is one that does not make sense. It says, I see Ken dogs. If someone gave me this sentence, I would be like, what are they trying to tell me? This doesn't make any sense. Oh, they forgot I needed to switch some of their words. Let's try it now. I can see dogs. Big difference. I see Ken dogs does not make sense. I can see dogs does make sense. So if we just go back, reread our sentences, and make corrections, then our writing has a lot more power. Now, to get that last star, I know, handwriting, it takes a long time, but I promise you, once you figure out how to write correctly, it becomes second nature and you just do it nicely all the time. Let's look at some sentences. What is this sloppy sentence trying? I can't even read it. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, and nice handwriting. Now I can read the sentence. I love my dog. That's easy, clear to read. So these are our sentences. These are our 5-star rules for sentences. Start with a capital letter, space between words, end with punctuation, reread it, and just make sure it's nice and neat handwriting. That's easy. 5-star sentences? You guys will get 5 stars all day. Let's get started. Let's write some sentences now. Before we start writing our sentences, we're going to use a couple of sight words today, and I wanted to make sure we went over theirs. So the first sentence is can. The first sight word is can. See, I, you. I'm going to leave these sight words up on the screen for you so you can use them as much as you need to while we're making some sentences. Now, I've got my lines ready, and I'm going to make my first sentence just out of sight words. Let's write the sentence, I can see you. Now, all of those words are there. This one is can, see, I, you. Now write, I can see you. That is a sentence that makes sense. Push pause, and welcome back. Now we're going to see what that sentence, I can see you, looks like. I'm going to write it in my journal over here, and you should have written it on your paper as well. And I want you to check for those 5-star sentences. I'm just writing mine down really quickly so I can write with you. Does yours look like mine? Let's check. I can see you. Let's see if I got a 5-star sentence. I almost forgot my period. Oh my goodness. I need my punctuation so I can get all my stars. So did I start with a capital letter? Check. Did I use space between my words? Check. Did I end with punctuation? Check. Did I reread it for clarity to make sure my sentence makes sense? I can see you. Check. And did I use nice handwriting? Let's see. How's my handwriting? Pretty good, pretty good. I'm going to give myself a check for that one. And now I've got a 5-star sentence. Let's go ahead and move on to some harder sentences where we're going to use sight words and words we sound out together to make one whole sentence. You ready to get started? All right, we got those sight words up there again. Can, see, I, you, because you're going to not need all of them, but you might need some of them. The first sentence we're going to write is I see a bat. That's 4 words. I see a bat. Push pause. And welcome back. Let's check your sentence now. I see a bat. So we had 4 words. I, that was a sight word. See, that's another sight word. A, you already know that one. And now bat. B-at. That was one you might have had to sound out. Bat. B-A-T. And a little bit of punctuation at the end there. Let's check it to see if you had a 5-star sentence. And you can give yourself some stars if you'd like to on your paper. Be the teacher for today. That sounds great. Do I have a capital letter? I do. Space between words? Check again. Did I end with punctuation? I sure did. Does my sentence make sense? I see a bat. Sure does. And did I write it nice and neatly? I did because it's on the computer. How about you? Did you get that star? I hope so. All right, let's clear it off. You can either erase your dry erase board or just go to the next page or right underneath, whatever you're doing at home. And you can even take a picture and text it to me because I'd love to see you learning at home. And let's get to our next sentence. We're going to do I see a mop. I see a mop. Another 4-word sentence. Press pause. Write your sentence down and welcome back. We were writing I see a mop. 4 words. I see a mop. So let's go ahead and see if you wrote the same thing I did. I, that's a sight word. See, up there on the screen. A, now mop. Ah, p, ah. That's a vowel. What vowel is that? That's an O. M-O-P is mop. and my period at the end so I can make sure I get a 5-star sentence. Here we go. Capital letter, space, punctuation, makes sense, and it's nice and neat. Let's do another sentence. The next sentence we're going to write is, let me check my handy dandy cheat sheet. Can you see a cat? Ooh, Mrs. C is tricking you. Let's see if you can get it. Can you see a cat? 5 words. Can you see a cat? One more time. Can you see a cat? Press pause. And welcome back. So we were writing the sentence, can you see a cat? We had 5 words here. Can, sight word. You, see, a, easy. Now we had cat. At. And I think my friends know how to spell that one, right? What kind of punctuation? This sounds like not a statement, not something someone would yell, but maybe a question. So I ended it with a question mark. Can you see a cat? No cats in my house, just dogs. If you got this right, let's check to see if you got a 5-star sentence. Start with capital. Check. Space. Check. Sentence makes sense. Sure does. Ends with punctuation. Bingo. And it's nice and neat. I got 5 stars. How about you? The next sentence is going to say, can you see a top? Can you see a top? That is 5-word sentence, and let's see if you can give it a shot. Go ahead, press pause. And welcome back. Can you see a top? Can you, sight word, see, sight word, a, top, t, a, p, top. Now, what kind of punctuation would I put at the end of this sentence? Question mark. Very good. You guys are, even though you haven't been in school, you're still so smart. Now, we have a question, so I need a question mark. There it is. Let's check to see if we got a 5-star sentence. Capital letter, check. Space, check. Punctuation, check. And it's a question mark, and we knew that. Nice and neat, and it makes sense. 5 stars. Let's do, I don't like, I do not like this next sentence. Boys and girls, this is not good. Let's see. You can see a rat. Oh, gross. Let's write this one even though it's a gross sentence. You can see a rat. And I'll tell you what, if I read this one, I bet you I would be yelling it. You can see a rat? Oh. Okay, let's go ahead. Press pause. You can see a rat. We had a 5-word sentence again. Started with a sight word, capital letter. Can see a rat. Now, the punctuation on this sentence, I am screaming it because I do not like rats at all. Now, let's see if we got a 5-star sentence here. And you can check your work at home. Give yourself a star. Now, I know lots of my friends like to know how to draw stars, so let me see if I can help you draw a star. Let's see if Mrs. C can show you backwards real quick. All right, we got it over here. We're going to do almost like a triangle. Oh, I can't draw it in reverse here. Let me see. Next page. It's okay to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. Here we go. Can you see it? Up, down, over, straight line across and down. Give yourself some stars too. You can see a rat. Capital letter. Space between words. Punctuation, and I'm screaming. My sentence does make sense, even if I don't like what it says. And I use my nicest, neatest handwriting. We are going to do one more sentence together, and this is a three-word sentence. I saved the easiest one for last. Our next sentence says, you can hop, you can hop. See if you can take a minute, write that sentence down, and press pause. And welcome back. You can hop. Let's try that sentence. You can hop. And that is pretty cool. If you can hop, especially if you can hop on one foot, that's pretty impressive. So I'm going to yell it. You can hop. Very cool. Let's check my 5-star sentence right here. We have a capital letter, space between words. Our sentence does make sense, has punctuation, and it's nice and neat. Boys and girls, I have put this paper in the description of the YouTube video. So there's a little link there if you want to click it and you can print this out to do it at home, or if you want to do it with the video, you absolutely can. And I will see you guys next time. And maybe we'll do some math, or if you guys want to comment on whatever it is that you want to learn or books you want me to read, I would be happy to do that. I love learning and I miss seeing you guys every day. And I can't wait to see you again real soon. I love you. Keep learning, keep reading, keep writing. Was I still recording? I don't even know.